So yeah, we're live. Hang on, no, I'm
Have
recording
you,
too. Hey, we're live. All right,
Have you
what are we
looked at
doing?
yourself? There's a shield stuck in your face.
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how the cool kids wear it.
What does this look like?
No, stop that. That's not suitable for children. Jesus. What are you doing? Oh God. No, that's wildly inappropriate. That's there's something desperately wrong there. There's something missing from this mob farm. At the moment it just kind of stands there, freestanding on its own, it doesn't do anything, and I think I know how to fix it. It needs some support, it needs some pillars, and I think this is the design that we're going to go with to make sure that that happens. It's nothing too wonderful, but it should do the trick, I believe. And this is my test one. This is the one that I'm just going to keep making little changes to until I'm happy with the design, and then once I'm happy with it, then I'll replicate it on the other three corners. Let's do the old fly away and take a look from a distance. Yeah, I like it. I think that works. It's got a nice amount of depth to it. It's lit up in the middle. It's not just the same stone bricks going all the way up. I'm pleased with that. Yeah, I can live with that. Let's go with this design. So I've marked out the corner for the next one, and I was just about to start building when I noticed this guy over here in the bamboo, and I'm a little bit concerned, if I'm being honest, because he's just kind of there. I don't know if he's stuck. Are you stuck, mate? Or he's got his axe out? I'm just going to try and take him out from a distance and see if that works, and hopefully if we get the bad omen effects. I've got this milk bucket on me so we can just get rid of that. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Quickly drink the milk because I don't want my villagers getting raided. Awesome. Job done. So the second pillar is complete. We're about halfway there now. I need to work on the other two. Well, it's time for this to come down. It's been here way too long, and I am in need of some more cracked stone bricks, which I just don't have at the moment. So I'm going to smelt some of these up quickly, and they should be ready in a moment. Now, I have done a lot of mining off camera, but what I've done is I've used Silk Touch just to collect the ore blocks. What we need now is some sort of collection system so that I can put them in a huge tower and then just chip away at them to my heart's content, and I won't lose any resources because they'll all get collected by this water flow system. So we've got an obsidian platform in there so that I don't accidentally mine through it, because obsidian takes forever. And I'm wondering how this would work in terms of a time lapse. Whoa, that was a lot of blocks. Alright, I'm just going to light it up, and yeah, we'll come back to this later. That's a lot of resources, and a lot of XP actually. Let's check our cracked bricks. Yeah, looking good. And now we can get cracking on tower number 3. Well, it's not a tower, it's a pillar. And this is just one of those tasks where it's just get into the rhythm of it and get the progress done. Just got to... Hang on. What's that? Is that a name? There's someone down in my tower. What the... who the hell is in the tower? Why would they be... I mean, they can't be. It's only 2 by 2. There's no space for someone. They're under the tower. Oh, who's that? It's Ori. I bet she's trying to tag me. Oh, that's cheeky. Oh, Ori, good effort. But no, you've been sussed. You hear some... There you are. Look at ya. Yeah, good effort. No, not gonna do it. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I'm running away. Oh dear. I'm just gonna block her in, I think, while I sort myself out. Oh, my inventory's full. She can't tag me. My inventory's full. I'm gonna fly away anyway. So pillar number 3 is done, and now I'm going to get to work on pillar number 4, but I need to take out these trees because they are right in the way, and I might actually end up using this wood instead of the spruce wood for the beams and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so Ori tried to tag me and my inventory was full, so it just didn't work. Sorry, Ori. And there was talk of some redstone traps, so I'm a little bit nervous just even going around my base now, but I'm pretty sure that she will have done something to my rocket shop. Over in the shopping district too. In fact, I know she has because she said as much. I'm just not quite sure what trap she's laid, but yeah, we'll get to the rocket shop in a minute. This is coming along quite nicely. I really like this warped wood instead of the old spruce wood. It seems to be working quite well, and I think it fits because we're just in the general area of the nether tree type. So yeah, I like it. I think it's going to look pretty good when it's done. And I think in order to lure me to the rocket shop, Ori has bought out basically all of my rockets. I'm pretty sure it's empty, at least that's what she told me. Which on the one hand is great because we've made a load of diamonds, but on the other hand, I do feel a little bit guilty because Ori's not mining diamonds this season, so I don't know how she's actually got enough diamonds together to clear me out. Nonetheless, the shop does need restocking, and the amount of sugarcane that I've just gathered isn't anywhere near enough, so we're going to build ourselves a sugarcane producing machine. And this looks like a nice little spot to do it in. It's just about the right size, I think. So the redstone underneath is quite simple. It's just a redstone signal coming out of that dropper into the comparator, which is boosted by that repeater. Then the redstone line comes all the way around, feeds back into the comparator and fires the dropper. And that's working, which is awesome. This is where the actual sugarcane is going to go, so that observer will read them once they get 3 high. And all I'm going to do is have a dispenser feeding bone meal into the bottom so that it just builds up, and then the piston will harvest it from behind and it will just pop out of the wall, which I think is quite nice. Ah, that's a slight problem. Ah, there's the trap. There it is. It hasn't actually got me. So yeah, observer on the door, which activates a dropper underneath. Very clever. Sorry that it didn't work, Ori. You spent so many diamonds to make this happen. The thing is, there's no one else around to pick this up, so although she didn't actually tag me, I've kind of got to pick it up, haven't I? Oh my god. Oh, we're rich. Oh my god, we're so rich. Oh, Jesus. This rocket shop is doing so well. Oh, I really need to stop this up. And now that's done, I've had the opportunity to remake my skin, because as you may have noticed, I was running around for a while just as Alex, so I've completely had to remake the skin because of the 1.17 update. I've just been to the end in order to collect some blocks in order to do a quick build. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while. In fact, over there where the scaffolding is, that's what this was going to be, but I'm just going to build a smaller version for now. But I needed to grab some more obsidian, I needed to grab some end bricks and all that sort of stuff, but I've left that off camera because, let's be honest, gathering blocks isn't particularly interesting. This, however, I'm hoping will add a nice little flair to the base. And it was inspired by Game of Thrones, and actually it's the scene where Arya goes down into the Faceless Men where they have all of the faces on the walls, and I kind of just wanted to do something like that with the mob heads that we've collected, because at the moment they're literally just sat in a chest doing nothing. And this is just a rough design. I may end up changing this later, but if I like the design and the way that it comes out, I'll end up building quite a few of these, just kind of dotted all over the place, just displaying the heads of mobs that we've killed violently. stocking up the rocket shop has shown me that we just don't have enough gunpowder at the moment, so I'm sticking these trapdoors in to reduce the spawn height so that we mainly get creepers spawning in here and therefore mostly get gunpowder. And now that that's done, let's go and meet up with Rebel and with Rick.
Alright. Okay, let's talk. I can't take you seriously with a shield hanging out of your face.
Get off, if I die it's on you. You just got hit by my coat.
That was the first time I've had that.
Right, who do you want to tour?
Everything, man. Everything that you've done. Let's go.
No. In a word. So I mean, it works. It does produce items, but I can't find the right AFK spot at the moment. Or it just feels really inefficient. Maybe I haven't lit a cave up underneath or something. But yeah, it just feels like a waste of time. AFK for a few hours and get nothing. What's yours like, Rick? You've got a flush one.
I haven't had a flush one since the last realm. I'm just looking at it, and with the 24 and 45 spawn block somewhere up in the middle and out to the side, you should be laughing. You wouldn't have to light up any caves.
But if I come out, I mean, how high is that from here? I mean, I'm on 70. What level are you on, Rebel? 96, so you're 26 above. So actually, yeah, that is perfect, isn't it?
You want to go about halfway up the platforms. I don't know, if you've got a central platform, are they odd number?
Okay.
So then you want to go 24 blocks out to one side, and that should be a perfect.
From the
that should be a perfect.
But yeah, that's the flush mob farm at the moment, and these kind of pillars on either side I've only very recently.
Is that an EFO clock up the top?
Yeah, just it is, yes, absolutely. So yeah, that just flushes periodically. I think I've got quite a few delays on there as well, just to make sure they have enough time to spawn. Because I thought it was that, I messed around with it a lot. Yeah, this is like just a little forest area that we built just to make things look pretty. This was where I started off. This was the underground starter base.
This is where I came looking for you to tag you. This guy really tricked me. You've lost us, we've lost you.
I can't see which direction you're. Come back down towards the gold farm and the bamboo sticks. Yeah, chuck a right.
Oak staircase.
Turn left. I'll come to you.
This is like a bit of a trophy area.
Yeah, this is what that Wookiee came in for an episode, and this is what he built. He actually built quite a lot, including an entirely new mine down there, a whole storage system. And if you come up here, oh creeper! If you come up here, it's dangerous and unlit. No, if you come up here, then you end up doing like this leap of faith thing, like in Assassin's Creed.
Oh my god!
And he just built this, and then he never came back. Oh, I may have built the gold farm in the way since then. I might have messed this up without realising it.
Wait.
Built one by one, yeah.
Assassin's Creed? It should have been a hay bale.
It should have been a hay bale, yeah, you're right.
It's mildly terrifying.
Nah, the water, there's too much water, there's no real risk, is there? You're right, it needs to be a much smaller target. Gold farm, which I've hooked up to just a single lever, and there's a delay between when the gold farm activates and when the trident killer activates, so there's a delay when you turn them off.
Oh, yeah.
It does, but...
Well, this realm's updated. Rainy, do you want to fire it up?
Yeah, I can absolutely fire it up. I mean, I used it earlier, so I really hope they haven't changed it since earlier today. Yeah, it's not... You get them in waves, it's not very... anywhere near as efficient as it used to be, as I remember it being. But I thought that was because I was using flint and steel. Up here was the original enchanting area and zombie spawner that I have, and this raises them 23 blocks and drops them down to 22 and a half. So you can sneeze on them when they die, which is always nice.
Ah, here he is. They're in there, I can...
Oh, that's what you're looking for, I see.
Dude, you can swap this out for that tinted glass now, yeah.
Here we have the beginnings of a villager trading hall. There is a zombifier as well. If you want to go and have a look up here, I'll show you. But yeah, I've obviously got a lot more work to do here. I just want to start getting like decent armor ones now. I think is my next focus here.
I remember these dudes turning all back into zombies.
Yeah, they really did.
Oh, no way! No way!
Yeah, I like it. That's a great idea.
Oh. Oh. Whoa, what the
long story short, Ori was trying to set up a trap for me. It failed epically. So she bought my rocket shop out so that she could then say to me, go and restock your rocket shop. And I didn't do it for days and days and days because I just didn't get around to it. And then I caught her trying to do the trap in my base, which was the one that failed epically. And then she was like, "Oh, I left it at the rocket shop for you for days, but you never came and restocked it." And I was literally 5 minutes away from going and restocking the rocket shop. When I got there, like I opened the door and it didn't pop out. It didn't go in my inventory, but I was like, do you know what? No one else is going to pick it up, so I just accepted that I was tagged. But I wasn't actually tagged.
How the f am I going to do that? Have you read this? Look at that.
Alright, so anyway, this big pile of things over here, I built this, I don't even know what you call it, collector underneath, so that I don't have to actually worry about going around and picking up all of the items necessarily. I don't think there's enough chests underneath to handle what's in this tower, but I was waiting until someone else could film so that I could do this as a third person time lapse, because I thought that'd be quite satisfying.
Well, I can turn off all of the shit on my screen and do it now if you want.
Let's do the tour first and then we can do that one after if you want.
Alright.
Yeah, if you've got streamers, as a time lapse that'd be good. It's just me digging out all of those blocks in real time. It might not be quite so entertaining. I have, and it's really annoying me, and I can't get up there and fill it in. I've tried.
Did you just nearly land in there? Where is he? Which direction is he? Oh!
I don't know, I'm just watching the hole.
Oh!
No! So close! I caught that as well. So close. Oh, good effort. Right, now you've got to land on it, mine it out from underneath you, and then quickly place it as you fall. Oh, good landing though, well done. Oh, how's he going to do this? You need a temporary block under you. Yeah, there you go.
Now it sticks out even more.
Nice one. Yeah, it is like a bit of a sore thumb, isn't it? It's alright, it's just a little eye in there. It's fine. Continuing, this is the concrete maker that I said that I'd do more with and never actually did any more with. What I'm going to do with this next is probably either expand this out, or I'm thinking put pistons in the floor to push up, and then I'll get like a wall going, and then I'll have pistons on the level above that pushing it this way. Cubing it, yeah, exactly. I think that'd be the best way of doing it.
TNT dropper above it?
No, probably not, because I don't know how to do a TNT either. I don't know if you can.
We can't. Let's just pay for it properly.
No, it's a shame. Yeah, so this is the base, as it were. So around the outside you have the sorting system. At the minute there's like access, because I'm still tweaking little bits of the redstone in that, so there's access to all the backs of it at the moment, but I will fill it in. I really don't know what to do for the roof here or the cover. I kind of don't want to close it in. I like how open it is, but yeah. And this like pipe system that I've got with all of the items, I'm planning on having that like flowing all over the place, so that you can just see items moving randomly throughout the base. And like this alien sort of theme going along with it, just to build around it. So once I've got all the pipes in place, or a lot of them, then I'll probably look at what inspiration I have for the roof. But like if you have any ideas, say so. Yeah, I will end up probably building a bamboo flying machine farm. I just needed something to keep me going for now. But since I built this because I was running out of coal, and I was running out of coal not because I didn't have enough, but because one of my item filters had failed and all the items ended up in my chest. So once I found that, I found all my coal.
You could just have a little dripstone farm now, couldn't you, with the lava? Yeah, I'm not too impressed with my bamboo kelp auto smelter thingamajigger. It's like, no, you've really got to mess around with the timings to make sure that there's enough bamboo in there so it can actually smelt an item.
Didn't work as well as you wanted it to.
Or else you're just constantly getting halfway through smelting and then it just reverts back.
What would you have behind you on the green screen if you had a choice?
Hell.
Hell? Yeah. Alright. Creep up, creep up, creep up, creep up, creep up, creep up, creep up.
Oh. Christ, I'm not being responsible for blowing that up.
That would have been in the worst place. Where is the light level low enough for it to have spawned?
Did you not clean up the mobs around here? Because I've got my game sounds turned up and there's zombies all around here.
No, there's just one. It's the converter, the zombie fire. He is under. Yeah, alright,
that makes sense because that's where I just put my bed.
Yeah, and I think that is pretty much it in terms of the base tour. I can't think of anything big that I've missed, unless you particularly want to see the mine, but I wouldn't have thought so.
Not unless you built something down there.
I do like this thing here because I want a nice place to display heads. I didn't just want to put them in random places, so I'm just going to build like these dotted all over the place, and I might build them like 2 or 3 levels high. I kind of wanted it to do like, in Game of Thrones when with the faceless men and they have the faces on the walls, that sort of.
I'd never seen it.
Well, as you just heard, Rick has never seen Game of Thrones, so do me a favour, go over to his channel, I'll leave a link down in the description, comment on any one of his videos and just tell him why he is missing out by not watching Game of Thrones. Who has not seen Game of Thrones? That's madness.
I'm not getting into that debate. I'm gonna go, you've never seen it, oh my god, and you're gonna go, no, I just never got round to it. I'm gonna go, it's the best thing I've ever watched, you really need to watch it. And you're gonna go, yeah, it's funny, that's what everyone says. And you're not gonna watch it, so yeah. I recommend it. Well, I was hoping that you guys wouldn't mind helping me out with a little something, because I'm in desperate need of a beacon. But I'm not a fighter. If we face the Wither in the way that Mojang would like us to, then yeah, I'm going to end up dying like 20 times. So if there's not a Wither killing chamber, I'm up for building one.
There is one.
Sure that I've seen one. It just says private on it.
So you've got a choice. You can use my one that in quite a few of my videos and could potentially be quite boring, or we could go with Rebel's idea, which is to this channel completely brand new and potentially fucking dangerous. Right, well anyway, I'm in the corruption never hub whenever you guys.
I'm on the train heading towards the end portal.
Oh, you could have all told me you left.
You said you was at the corruption never hub, so I made my way here and then Rebel just happened to be here.
Oh, and I've missed the cart.
Oh, there's another one coming back.
Oh. I've peed off an Enderman already. What?
I'm currently
Same
dealing
here.
with Rick's Enderman that you pissed off.
Sorry.
I was like, I'll defend you, Rick, don't worry. And then you pissed off and left me. Hey! There we go.
That's scary looking.
Oh wow, this is like the bare minimum. I genuinely, I had something much bigger in mind for this. Oh, the confidence has dropped significantly. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say.
Corruption might be ending sooner than we thought. Our wind blows up. Hold on to your
Oh
butt.
god.
Oh, he's in there.
Oh god.
Oh. Not even getting pushed out of it.
Just in there.
I thought at least,
Yeah.
at least punching him would have punched him out of it.
Oh. Did you just
Oh,
fall
I'm
down a
right
hole?
in here.
Oh my god, this is awesome.
This is comfy.
Awesome. Well, I enjoyed that elevator ride. Oh, I just I'm clipped through the bloody ceiling and just set myself on fire. You'll notice I have a tendency to just stop and turn around really, really slowly. It's because I'm trying to get HUDless shots. It's not just me being a weirdo.
Yeah, I picked up on that in the labyrinth.
Yeah, did you just wonder what I was doing while I was just standing there looking around? Really
Right
slow?
at the end, I thought, oh, he's doing it again. And then I went to open the chest and I punched you, and I was like, no!
You
He's
did,
getting
yeah.
the shot!
It made the
And
video.
it made the
yeah.
video.
I thought I'd leave that in there for you.
I thought, nah, damn it, I
That
ruined
was
it.
alright. I think I was only in the chest anyway. Is that a skeleton? Or am I? Yeah, it is.
We had great fun. I really enjoyed that. It was great to meet up with the guys and just kind of do a little bit of a world's tour, which was really, really nice. We did go to Rebel's base and we spent some time at Rick's base, but because Rebel's audio wasn't included, his going around and describing all of the base kind of seemed a little bit pointless because you couldn't hear anything that he was saying. Obviously we could, but you wouldn't be able to. But this is the first time that we've kind of all got together and done this, so bear with us. We'll figure out a better way. In fact, we've got a plan to get better audio for the next time that we do a collaboration like this. And yeah, this brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Really hope that you've enjoyed it. If you want to see more of this sort of stuff, let me know down in the comments, but please do leave a like. Really helps the channel out, and if you really loved it, don't forget to subscribe. But for now, I'm out. See ya.